Swinton need to improve on last week's effort, because the performance at Batley was about as bad as it gets, and they came on the end of a pretty heavy beating in the end. Sheffield in possession early in the game. The Eagles fans are making themselves heard on the far side. Usually bring a drum with them and make some noise, small in number but loud in voice. We've got to know Swinton pretty well over the last few years. We played them in the 8s, twice in the league and in the cup last year. And they've got an offload out of a tackle there, and straight away working the ball to this near side, but the referee decides there was a knock-on in there, and Swinton have head and feed just inside the Eagles' half, and a chance for Swinton here early on to put some pressure on this Sheffield line. Begal playing on the far side in the centre. He's quite a tall, tanned figure wearing the number 5. Had a trial at Lee after being released by Catalans. Coyle to put the ball in. He looked quite lively last week when he came on. Robinson, so Waterworth out the back of the scrum. And that was Begal with his first carry. Waterworth comes to the right. Swinton setting up a position up the middle. Nicely placed. Waterworth goes left this time. Barlow. We passed that late fitness test. Onto Murphy. There's a chance on the far side for Swinton. Begal. What a debut this could be, and he scored within a couple of minutes. A perfect start for Elias Begal. And Swinton take the lead with barely a minute on the clock. Begal, he's had 2 touches and he scored a try. What a start that is for the Frenchman. Is Swinton 4, Sheffield 0. It was a simple try. Swinton just worked it along the line. And that must be close to a record for the fastest debut score for a Swinton player. If he can keep up this scoring rate, we're in business. Well, Begal with the try. Hankinson to take the kick. Farrell dropped after last week. Hankinson should knock this over, you'd say. It was a simple try, really was. Just moved the ball from right to left. White and Murphy involved, and Begal finished it confidently and cut inside as well to give Chris Hankinson a slightly easier task with the kick. Perfect start for Swinton. Couldn't have asked for anything more. Eagles knocking on the first set, and Swinton taking advantage from the scrum. Hankinson successful with the kick, and he gets a roar of approval from Anthony Nicholson on the Swinton bench, the Rollers. The Lions roared back into position for Sheffield to take the restart. Like it's Owens to take the kick, the former witness man, Owens with the restart. Goes long. Swinton allow it to bounce. They didn't deal with kickoffs on either side well last week. Mike Butt cutting right across the field. Swinton trying to attack this near side, a real thud in the tackle there. Strong tackling. Swinton backs just trying to move up quickly and build some momentum, get them on a roll. Waterworth comes to the right. Braycheck with the carry this time for Swinton. 4 Eagles men on him. Swinton may think about the kick on this play. Waterworth dummies left and comes right. And then a wild offload is taken back up by Waterworth. Swinton looking for a reset tackle count. Don't think it was given. Coaches were calling for it. Maybe the referee did signal there, I couldn't quite see. Braycheck stumbles up to the line. Barlow wants it this time to the left. Waterworth acts in half. He just darts away and drops it off to Barlow. He turns and finds an offload. Good start, confident stuff from Swinton. White moves it on to Lloyd. And Swinton are in attacking position here already. Sheffield back on their own line. Good chance this for Swinton. White runs along the line. Coyle onto Murphy. There's a chance here for Swinton. Murphy with an offload, and he's gone behind Robinson and Hankinson. And unfortunately into touch for Swinton. That was a chance. A chance has been bombed. And he's heading feed to the Eagles on their own 10. Swinton should have scored there. Hopefully they won't live to regret that. And Sheffield taking the time as well. They need to just regroup here. They've not been at it at all so far in the first few minutes of this game. They may look to come to this near side where they've got plenty of power. Good tackling that from Swinton on the first. No slope to contend with this week. Swinton line up a little slowly there, and Sheffield have made good ground on this set. And a quick play of the ball, and they've won a penalty for offside. It's a soft one for Swinton to give away, and it's an easy chance for Sheffield to just kick up over halfway onto the reef of the stand there. And a quick tap. Suddenly Sheffield on the attack for the first time this afternoon. Swinton leading by 4, that early Bagal try. Just Barlow rushed out the line well there and made a good tackle. Mexico wanted it, but Sheffield come past him and almost work an opening. Swinton need to move men across. Well, Sheffield going back inside, looking for the try up the middle. Good defence from Swinton. I think if Sheffield had come to this near side, they may have been in business there. Swinton able to slow it down on that play the ball and just get men into position. Across the field we go, and there's a chance on the far side. It's a stroll in for the Eagles. And Sheffield can level it from the kick. Swinton at 6s and 7s, they never got themselves set properly. Sheffield moved it to the wing. Swinton 6, Sheffield 4 with a kick to come. Owens taking his time over the kick, to the frustration of the Swinton fans on the far side. Owens strikes it, he's picked up his tee, and it's across the face of goal. So Swinton's lead remains 6 points to 4. So Sheffield have had one attack and they've scored off it, so a bit of a worrying sign that for the Lions. Back the Lions come, ready for the restart. As I say, the crowd here this afternoon isn't big. Neither was it at Batley. Plenty of Swinton fans travelled over, but I'm not sure this Championship Shield competition has really captured the imagination of spectators. Murphy with the kick, taken on the full. And run back up by Mexico. Former Newcastle man. New Guinea, and he's powerful, looks for an offload at every opportunity. Good tackle from Adam Jones. And that's good work from Swinton around the ruck. The ball went to ground there, but the referee says play on. And there's a chance now in broken play, but vital tackle from Coyle for the Lions. Sheffield taking advantage of a staggered line from the Lions, and now they're on the front foot. and looking to move it across the field. The ball's gone loose, and that's good defence in the end from Swinton. Big tackle from Roger Lloyd. Swinton head and feed, and that momentary scare is over. Swinton head and feed just outside the 20, and the blue lines are the ones we need to look at. Out it comes. Swinton working it to the far side with Begal again, who evades the first tackler. Certainly got the crowd excited. And a slow defensive line there from the Eagles gives Swinton a chance to just make some easy yards again. Waterworth, short ball, shouts of forward from the Eagles fans. Play on, says the referee, Mr. Campbell. And suddenly Swinton are on the front foot. White along the line. Coyle onto Murphy. Just ran out of room, ran out of options. He headed towards the sideline. Couple of dummies, and Swinton open it out again. Lloyd's got space, and Lloyd could score here. Good defensive work from the Eagles on the last. Swinton need a quick play the ball. Lloyd brought down just short. It's going to be a kick to this near side. Swinton have men there. Hankinson's up, and I think he's got it, but he's lost it over the line. And the chance goes. It's a tap for Sheffield. Hankinson looked to have it momentarily in his grasp. Unfortunately, couldn't keep hold of it. Good defence again from Swinton. They're tackling hard. They've obviously been given something of a rollicking in the week after that effort at Batley last week. 6 points to 4, the Lions lead. So just short of halfway. So far, Yerry and Lowe haven't been involved as much as Sheffield would have liked. Swinton will be happy with what they've seen. The sun comes out over Haywood Road. Steady progress up the middle for the Eagles. One-handed pick-up from Fozzard. And this time they will look to open it out to the near side. Swinton need to shut it off, and Gary Lowe was frustrated there. He wanted the ball. Yerry with a chip over the top. Swinton allow it to bounce, and Murphy comes up with it. He took the chance on the bounce. Unfortunately favoured the Lions that time. Murphy brought the ball away safely. And Swinton looked to escape. They've left the markers behind the play there. Quick play the ball. Ben White with the carry. Waterworth goes left to Braycheck on his own. Up to halfway on the last. Needs a good kick at the end of this set. Waterworth decides to take it himself. One bounce into touch. A really good kick that from Luke Waterworth. Good end to the set for the Lions. Sheffield head and feed inside their own 20. That was a good kick from Waterworth. Good play. Temperature just rising again as the sun comes out. It really is a warm one. Lindsay Yerry tying his bootlaces again. They've got the two men on this near side up against Robinson. Should they decide to come this way, they go the other way. Coyle was ready for it, I think. If it had come this way, he was ready to move across from scrum half for Swinton. Missed tackle on the far side. Sheffield looking to speed it up and looking for a quick play the ball. They've left Robinson on the deck. That's White it was who was left behind the play. On halfway, again looking for the quick play the ball and potentially a penalty. Mexico held up right in the tackle. Sheffield working towards the near side now, but a change of direction. The ball goes to ground. It's come off a Swinton hand, I think. There's a signal from Mr. Campbell. And It's head and feed to the visitors. That's unfortunate for the Lions. A decent strip on the ball there. And that bit of fortune gives Sheffield a good chance here. Inside the Swinton half, head and feed at the scrum. Minchella to put the ball in. Swinton are a man light in the scrum. Roger Lloyd comes over to complete it. Minchella in out the back. And Swinton with defensive works again. The second time the Lions have been tested in this game. They've conceded on the first one. Can they keep the Eagles out on this set? Over 20 metres short of the line. And Waterworth's been left out of the play with a good play of the ball. Elwood shouts Mr. Campbell. Was our one-handed pick up. Trying to work an opening on this near side. There were shouts of all kinds for offsides and knock-ons. Short of the line on the last. Good defence from Swinton. Sheffield may look to go right the way along the line this time. It's a loose pass that first one if the line can get up quickly. Well taken, and Swinton have a penalty for offside. Solid play that on the far side, and Swinton have a nice penalty. Quick tap taken. And a good drive in the tackle gets the crowd animated on that far side. Swinton coming inside. Great check with the step. White. Barlow just sidestepping, he's looking for an offload, but there was no one close to him. Coyle. Murphy. There's a late tackle in there somewhere as well. The referees brought it back, there's a penalty. Coyle was taken out late. And that's nice for the Lions. Josh Barlow just saying he can't see anything, whether that's the sun or he's had a finger in the eye. Swinton opting against the kick at goal. I think Waterworth was just asking the question of Andy Braycheck, but well, they wanted to take the tap, but Josh Barlow down too close to the action. Swinton will have to wait while Barlow has his eyes cleared, whatever's causing him the problem. Barlow okay to continue. Coyle kicks into touch. And Swinton have another attack here. Tapped by Waterworth. Coyle onto Barlow, who doesn't seem to have suffered any ill effects of that eye injury. Waterworth in position. Acts in half. Slow play the ball though. Waterworth dummies right, goes left. Slow, ponderous stuff. White caught in possession that time for Swinton. Waterworth coming back inside. Austin just short of the line. There's a real opportunity here for Swinton to move it, but it's knocked on by Coyle, and the chance is gone. There's another opportunity that for Swinton. There's a couple that they've shelled. Coyle the guilty party on that occasion. Beautiful day in Sale. Swinton leading 6 points to 4. Elias Bergal's try in the first minute of the game. The referee stops the clock because of some issue with the scrum. And the issue was Andy Braycheck wasn't there. Braycheck gets into position, in it goes, and again Sheffield playing on the open side. Not yet to use this blind side where they've had success in the past against the Lions. Good drive that from Swinton in the tackle. But the play, the ball's a good one, a good scoop from acting half from low. Sheffield working the offload. It goes to ground, goes backwards. As the referee, Zero tries to get away. Although it was trying to get away, it looked like the tackle had been completed there. Sheffield over halfway, in a position to put a good kick at the end of this set. Mexico on his back, plays it now. Wielden on the last, plays it to Fozzard. Back it comes, it's a high one from Owens. Another test of Mike Butt. Takes it, but he's fumbled it, and Sheffield are in with a chance if the ball goes to hand, which it does. Disappointment for Swinton. The kick-off, the high kick was spilled, and it fell for Sheffield. And the Eagles take the lead as Swinton make a change. Barlow coming off the leader. Sheffield 8, Swinton 6. Announced as the scorer, the man who pounced after that mistake. A real gift of a try again. Swinton have given away a few soft ones in these last two games, really on a plate for Sheffield that time. The high kick causing problems. The sun shouldn't have been an issue, I don't think, from where it is. Just looking at it, it's fairly high in the sky, but not in the direction the ball was coming from. Again, a very slow conversion attempt.
I swapped it over, thought, yeah. Couldn't see a fucking thing.
And the kick again is missed. So it's just 8-6, not as bad as it could have been for Swinton. Two missed conversions, keeping it close is Sheffield 8, Swinton 6. Murphy to kick us back underway. Swinton have made the change. Lever coming on for Barlow. After the try was scored, Murphy goes long to the far side, taking on the full. Swinton need to carry on, certainly with ball in hand the way they have. They've wasted a couple of chances, but they've got themselves into decent positions. Don't want to let that mistake affect them too much, but Sheffield looking threatening with the offloads. They're promoting the ball, keeping it alive, and Swinton are struggling to dictate the pace of this game at the moment. That's what Batley did so well last week. And again, Swinton have a man left on the floor as Sheffield make meters up the middle into the Lions half already. Really good set this after backing up the try for Sheffield. And now there'll be pressure on this near side for Swinton with the high kick. Taken on the full, well taken that time. The high kick, an area of threat from the Yorkshireman. Swinton have a long way to go. Big set needed with ball in hand. The forwards could do with making a break or two. Bagal trying to play it quickly. The crowd appealing for a penalty. Murphy again looking for the offside, running round the markers there. Nothing given. Decent set though from Swinton. They've got up to halfway on the last, and they're in a position to put a kick in. Kick under no real pressure, but it's a really poor kick, straight down the throat of the Eagles man. And Sheffield back in possession and moving across the field. Quick play the ball again, leaves Swinton. Men standing, and there's a break on the far side. Swinton is struggling here. It's a test for Murphy. He slowed things down, but he can't make the tackle, and Sheffield will be in. And this tackle on the far side. And Sheffield took advantage. Another soft try for Swinton to concede. A long way out that. Sheffield now lead by 12 points to 6. Paddy Flynn, the former witness man with the try. The Sheffield fans enjoyed it. This time the kick should be knocked over. Again, it's going to be a real slow conversion. He takes his time over them. There's Owens. The referee stops the clock. From the crowd that time, the kick does go over.
Successful conversion for Sheffield. Round 1, Jack Owens. Good substitution for the Lions. Number 27, Liam Carberry. Possession number 18, Rossley. And number 9, Anthony Nicholson. Possession 20, 3 quarters.
And to making more changes, Nicholson on for Waterworth to change a hooker. Murphy takes the kick, he comes central. That time it is allowed to bounce, just about on the half volley. Swinton up quickly, Carberry coming on as well. Looking to add some bustle to the Swinton pack. Sheffield on a roll and able again to wrestle onto the front and get the ball quickly played on halfway. Sheffield really controlling the ruck the same way Batley did. They're getting a quicker play of the balls, they're slowing Swinton down. The Lions have got to win the wrestle. That's the last. We may see a high kick to the corner again. It's brought them some success so far. It comes to the near side. Robinson's waiting, but it may go out all the way. It does go out on the full. And that's easy for Swinton. A welcome mistake from the Eagles. Swinton have the handover from where the kick was taken. Lever to play the ball. Carberry off the bench. Robinson spots an opportunity from acting half and makes some meters. Swinton just short of halfway now. But looking for support and running out of options with Nicholson. Carberry wins a penalty. Smart work that from Liam Carberry. He spotted the offside from the markers. Ran straight into them. And Swinton can kick for territory. They're not going to go for goal. Oh, they're going to tap it in the end. It was too far from the sideline, so Lever takes it up. He's landed awkwardly, he just lifted off the horizontal there, and Swinton get another penalty a bit closer to the post. And we'll see another tap. Looks like Braycheck wants to carry this time. Mark Nicholson's come on, he's to the right. Well, Braycheck it is with the carry. Good position this for Swinton. Can they get back into the game? Coyle. Moving it on to Murphy. The pass takes a bounce. Play on, says the referee. As Bagao comes back in field and takes a shot round the back of the head there. Nothing given by the referee. Nicholson moves away to the left. Coyle onto White. Couldn't move the ball on. And he'll be held up just short of the line. Swinton pressing, looking for a second try in this game. Nicholson pulls it back. Coyle starting to dictate the play a bit. A couple of dummies onto Murphy. Cuts back inside, and that wasn't the right move for Swinton. Sheffield easily able to deal with that one. They drive up the middle, but again Sheffield close it off. That's the last. Nicholson acts in half, pulls it back. Can Swinton work an opening this time? White back inside to Murphy, who's got a run at the line, and Murphy drowns it. Lovely try from Swinton. The dummy to go out wide, came back inside, and Jack Murphy, who didn't have a good game last week, has got his name on the score sheet this afternoon. It's Swinton 10, Sheffield 14 with a kick to come.
Try score for the Lions, number 1, Jack Murphy.
The conversion should be a formality. Hankinson's kick. Lovely try that from Swinton. They've looked good in attack this afternoon. Sheffield preparing some changes. Whiteley about to come on, I think. And the game's in the balance here. Hankinson to make it 12-14, which he does. Strokes the ball over, it bounces perfectly for the ball boy, who has stood in the exactly right position. Good work there from the ball boy. Great anticipation. Sheffield come back up to take the restart. Really raced by this first half. Owens again, as the clock stopped, well, he takes his time over kicks. Sun just gone in for a moment. Owens kicks towards the far side. Anthony Nicholson puts his name on it and takes it on the full. Lever on his front. Couldn't play the ball quickly. Again, an example there of Sheffield just dominating the collision, slowing things down when Swinton are in possession. Robinson ducks under a tackle, can't get away. Swinton desperately trying to just speed the game up. Up to halfway, good drive in the tackle that time from Braychek. Waterworth goes left, White puts the kick through, and it'll bounce into touch. I think that's not a bad end to the set for Swinton. Good kick from Ben White, good set that, backing up the try for the Lions. Sheffield turn over possession with head and feet at the scrum, 10 from their own line. And you can't ask for much more. Backing up a try like that, good set for the Swinton team. Despite not being able to control the ruck, they made ground upfield. It was a good kick that time from Ben White. Sheffield about to make another change. Milton, wearing number 25, will be coming on, but they've got a scrum. It'll be taken before they can make the change, I think. Milton running up the sideline. Sheffield continue to play. He's senior running on to take some instructions onto the field. Spends a lot of time on the pitch. One-handed pick up again. Sheffield is noticeably quicker at the play of the ball. They're able to just keep the feet or stay in a position. That wasn't a fair play of the ball. The ball never touched the boot there. Sheffield again up towards halfway. and leaving Swinton players out of the game. Mark Nicholson was retreating and Sheffield spotted it and took advantage, and then Nicholson goes in and gets involved. He was offside to start with and then he came in, the referee spotted it. Sheffield can keep the touch and Gary Lowe retrieves it. Burns with the tap. The difference in pace maybe between the amateur game and the professional ranks, but all's gone to ground. Play on, says the referee. The ball came off the Swinton hand, but it could have been an offside there. The Sheffield working an opening, this will be controversial, but Sheffield will score. There's boos among the crowd. Yere it is, he scores it. Controversial moment there. Sheffield with another bit of fortune. And it's Yere who scores to give them an 18 points to 12 lead. And Owens again can take an eternity to take the kick. It'll be getting dark by the end of this game, the amount of time he takes over them. And he's not got a good record, he's not won over so far from 3 attempts. Sheffield profiting from Swinton's attack on the ball. Owens again, he takes a long time for a simple kick. He's knocked it over as you'd expect. Sheffield lead by 20 points to 12.
Jack Owens.
Ben Austin coming into the action for Swinton now. Andy Braycheck, the man withdrawn. Murphy has the ball in his hands, ready to take the restart again. Murphy straight down the middle. Sheffield fans just singing a song referencing the decisions around their stadium, and we wish them all the best with that. We know what it's like not having a home ground. The field have been unfairly treated by the council in Sheffield. Well, the team's doing them proud on the field at the moment. In control in this game, 20 points to 12 the lead, and they're in control over halfway again, making simple meters up the middle. Swinton able to slow it down slightly that time. Back it comes. Taken safely this time by Mike Buck. Murphy spots a chance around the markers. He's maybe looking for a penalty again there, but a good drive in the tackle from Jack Murphy. Gets Swinton on the front foot. The markers very quick again there, no offside given against the Sheffield man as Robinson tried to get away. That's a good drive over halfway. Swinton just starting to speed things up a bit. Austin charges into the tackle and almost gets away. That's the last. White, high kick, looking for the far side. Taken safely, the Swinton chase couldn't get there, and Sheffield able to offload and look to open out a chance. Swinton shut it off in the closing stages of this half. Sheffield looking for a penalty. Mr. Campbell shakes his head. But it's Sheffield who've had the better of the play so far. The been clinical and taken their chances. Admittedly, Swinton have coughed a couple of them up. And there's a knock on. That's surely going to be given as a knock on there. Swinton players moving quickly to pack down the scrum and get the clock stopped. The referee does stop the clock and Swinton have a chance before the break here to pull some points back. 20 points to 12. The lead. Sheffield have taken the time over packing down the scrum again. Well, Swinton don't have a ball. Matt Nicholson moves across to retrieve it. Just throws it over the top of the scrum to Ben White. It'll be Anthony Nicholson out the back of the scrum. White with the put in. Coyle onto Murphy. Murphy thought about passing it to Hankinson but kept hold of it, just ran it up. And again Sheffield just dominating the wrestle and really slowing Swinton down. No chance up the middle for Lever. Nicholson. Better play the ball that though from Swinton. A loose pass goes to ground. It went backwards, so Swinton retained possession but they've lost some ground on it. 20 metres short of the line, the time running out. And the penalty's given. They may kick for goal. Not an easy kick, but time's against them. Tap taken. Carberry drives it up the middle. Swinton have to get points on the end of this set. It's a good position. They've turned down the 2 from the kick. Flat ball and there's a chance. There's a dive for the line and Swinton are in. They did get the points. They made the right decision not going for the kick. And Swinton have pulled a try back. Swinton 16, Sheffield 20 with the kick to come. Good decision, they worked the ball well. And Hankinson has a chance with the kick. Rob Lever it is who scored it. Best bit of play that from Swinton of the game so far. Hankinson would expect to knock this over. And Swinton could go into half time with just a 2-point deficit, which would be quite good given the nature of the game. I think Sheffield have done pretty well in this first half. Hankinson won't take as long as Jack Owens has been taking over his conversions. Mr. Campbell stops the clock. The game really in the balance. Important kick this. Hankinson left-footed to the right of the post and he strikes it cleanly straight between the uprights. Good kick from Hankinson. Swinton are back in it. Just 2 points between the sides. And with maybe one last play before the break. Owens to take the restart. The crowd on the far side trying to encourage the team. Maybe they can just force something late in the half. Owens with the kick, taken safely by Nicholson. Sheffield up sharply that time. Swinton may just try a move and take a chance. Sheffield again rolling the Swinton man onto his back. Big effort in contact from them. Murphy tries to make ground up the middle. He's done fairly well in the tackle, but again put on his back. And he can't have a quick play of the ball. Hankinson. Well met by Menziere. Up to halfway on the last. Swinton surely just looked for the touchline here. They've gone inside. It's a strange looking kick across the field. And the ball goes to ground. There's a knock on. That's half time. The hooter went. The ball was knocked on as Sheffield try and race away and think they've scored, but the referee's called it.